What made you want to redo the original story with the first Dreaded Crown video? Well, last year, I was thinking about if I could do only one animation for my entire life, I would do something that no one else has done before. And, well, I had two options: Dreaded Crown or Dream Your Dream. Now, you guys know what Dreaded Crown is. Dream Your Dream was supposed to be an emotional Michael Afton storyline, but I decided to go with Dreaded Crown because I thought it was a more exciting idea. And my inspiration for Dreaded Crown story, well, it was two inspirations. First was, well, there was this theory circling, wondering what if the crying child is vengeful towards his older brother? I mean, after all the bullying and the jump scares, you'd think the crying child would be maybe angry at the older brother. And my second inspiration is the CG5 music video for his I Got No Time remix. There was that one scene that really stood out to me where Elizabeth, she asked for the Foxy mask, knowing full well how the crying child feels about that mask, and she didn't care. So it made me think of a scenario. What if it's not just the older brother to blame for the bite of 83? What if the entire family was just, they didn't treat the crying child, they didn't treat him like a good family should. Did you have scrap storyline animation or model from the series? Well, by scrap, I assume you mean scrapped. So, for scrapped storyline animations, I had two more animation ideas for the series, but of course they're scrapped because the series is over, and I honestly do not want to talk about it. As for scrapped models, well, when I was making the skins for part 4, and I wanted to make changes to the crying child skin, he was originally supposed to have pale skin so that he would look more undead. Now I scrapped that because, well, I wasn't really feeling it and it kind of creeped me out. Although in hindsight, I maybe wanted to just give both Crying Child and Charlotte pale skin. If Charlotte was brought back to life by Remnant, does that mean that she has powers like in part 3? Well, the answer is yes. She basically has the powers of the puppet. She's basically a human puppet, just without being the puppet, where she has the power to set souls free, as you can see in part 3, and I guess at the end of part 4. Does William care about his kids? Well, in my series, yes, to an extent. And just to show it, in part 1, you can see a chalkboard in William's lab, which is basically a reference to both 3A Display and SYKK Society. But what that chalkboard was trying to tell is that, well, William has this one sample of remnant, but instead of using it for his selfish goals, he was thinking about giving it to his dead son. He mourned him, he missed him, he wants him back. What made William want to study remnant? Um, Honestly, that's just speculation, but I can think of a couple reasons. One is that, well, remnant can give life to basically anything, make them haunted, and that's interesting to him. And the second reason, well, immortality. What happened to the older brother in the series? Well, after the fire in part 2, Foxy Bro and Elizabeth were both adopted by Henry, and there was that one picture in part 4 of Henry, Foxy Bro, and Elizabeth, but 10 years later. The purpose of that picture was to tell the audience that Elizabeth and Foxy Bro are happy with Henry. He's been a good father, he's taken good care of them, and they were so happy that they wanted to take that family photo. And of course, if you're gonna ask, like, what has the older brother been doing? Because he's, by part 3 and 4, he's already graduated college. Well, I don't really have an answer for that, but, well, he's living life pretty normally, as far as orphans go, I guess. How did William discover remnant? Okay, this one I can't really answer because I wasn't really thinking of an origin for it. But if you want me to make up one, well, let's just say the origin I have in mind involves abusive parents, a knife, and an endoskeleton. Is Cassidy torturing William in hell? Yes. Yes, she is. There are some scenes I didn't understand in this series. You could explain the story of all four parts to me. Well, I was thinking of like a video about Unloved story explained, but I don't know. I would put up a poll asking you guys if you want a story explained video, but I'm guessing you guys would probably say yes. So